And it's really powerful. It's so powerful. It's so powerful to watch the way Koreans have responded to this just horrible tragedy. Xi Jinping just got, he just re-upped his time like a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. For another 5 years, which, yeah, okay. And I'll withhold my thoughts on that. But so he re-upped the game. So he's got his third 5-year term. Mm-hmm. Okay, Tien right here, who's never voted for his leader, never will vote for his leader, right? Meanwhile, the entire Chinese system. It's today's election day in the U.S. So here's the way to think about this. I hear people talk about, democracy and is the best system, and I'm not even sure what democracy is. Democracy doesn't exist, by the way. You're just like more or less democratic. It's not something that exists. And when we talk about democracy, what we mean is the greatest amount of decision making in the hands of the greatest amount of people.
샘 리처드 교수는 미국 동부의 명문인 펜실베니아 대학의 사회학과에서 학생들을 가르치고 있는데요. 오늘은 미국의 선거일을 맞아 민주주의는 무엇이며 왜 선거를 해야 하고 어떤 리더십을 가진 사람을 뽑아야 하는지에 대한 주제로 이야기를 하였는데요. 토론 주제에 대한 모범 사례로 최근 교수님께서 한국에 방문하셨을 때 한국에서 발생했던 사건인 이태원 참사와 그 이후 일어난 일들을 직접 목격하며 경험했던 이야기들을 학생들에게 이야기하며 한국의 민주주의 시스템에 대해 학생들에게 소개하는 내용이 있습니다.
So, as you know, I just came back last Sunday from Korea, and the night before I left Korea, my last night there was this really tragic event in Itaewon, one of the neighborhoods in Korea, where over 150 people died. And it's just so incredibly tragic. And this is a scene where people, it's been a week of mourning in Korea. And this is a scene of people who came and left flowers and left notes and came to pray outside in the neighborhood, in the area where the stampede happened and people were trampled and suffocated. And I'm reminded of how important it is to have governments, and have governments that we trust, and have governments who can look out for the best interests of the people, including police. Because in the end, even if you think you don't like the police, you will call the police when you need the police. Because in a world in which we live, with so many people and so many complicated relationships, and then situations like this, where you have so many tens of thousands of people all gathering in one spot, you gotta have people who can manage the rest of us. It's just the nature of what this is. So if you go to the next slide, these are people protesting, because what they're saying is the government and the police didn't do what they were supposed to do. And so they come out to protest with this idea that they can trust the government enough that the government's going to have to respond, and the government will respond. And it's really powerful. It's so powerful. It's so powerful to watch the way Koreans have responded to this just horrible tragedy. And there are tragedies, there's the bridge tragedy that happened, I think 24 hours later in India. There's so many different tragedies, but it's so powerful. And I think about leadership. And, what these people, what they're asking is for leadership and for accountability.
한국의 사례를 학생들에게 설명하며 민주주의 시스템에서 중요한 것 중 하나는 개인이 바쁘다는 이유로 또는 알아서 잘하겠지 하는 생각 등 개인이 민주주의 시스템에 참여하지 않으면 민주주의는 사람들이 생각하는 것과 다르게 완벽한 시스템은 아니라는 점을 지적하며 한국에서와 같이 많은 사람들이 참여하고 정부를 신뢰할 수 있으며 정부가 잘못한 것에 대해서는 그에 대한 책임을 요구할 수 있는 자세야말로 진정한 민주주의라고 말하고 있습니다.
I think I want to have a conversation about voting. So I invited 6 people from class from 6 different countries. I just want to, so 6 of your fellow students, to have a conversation about what it's like in their lands. About voting, elections and stuff, right? Are we good? Dude, so yeah, why don't you come up, man? Bro. You can...
다음으로 학생들과 직접 토론하는 수업으로 유명한 교수님의 수업 방식대로 이번에는 6개 나라에서 온 학생들을 앞으로 불러 각 나라의 민주주의와 선거에 대해 토론을 합니다.
I'm from Taiwan. I'm a freshman majoring in communication.
Taiwan, right there.
Hi, I'm Zichen Tian, and I'm a senior majoring in broadcast journalism, and I'm from China.
Dude, and you're sitting right next to Doreen from Taiwan, man.
Yeah.
Which at this point in time is not part of China.
Well,
Wait, you don't have to respond to that. Yeah, don't feel obligated. Wait, hang on. All of China. What all of China. What he was going to say is like, yeah, it's not part of China now, but it really is part of China and it will be part of China in the future. But I didn't let him say that, so right. Got that, Doreen? What's it like in Taiwan?
So you have to be 20 in order to vote in the election, and then you only have to be 18 in order to vote for the public issues.
Wait, hang on. So what do you mean by that?
It's like, do you want the nuclear power plant to continue working or not, or like environmental issues?
So social and economic the number of issues that are out there.
Yeah.
You got to be 18 to vote on those. But actually vote for
The election is 20.
election like politicians, you got to be 20.
Yeah.
Whoa, seriously? So does that mean then you, like when you were there, you voted on? Did you vote ever?
No, because like I just have to be like 1 or 2 months older in order to vote.
Okay, I got
Yeah.
you. No, but I mean for social issues and stuff. Did you have a chance to do that
No.
or not? Okay, I got you. All right. And then do you guys do you consider yourselves to be a democracy?
Yeah. I mean, Taiwan actually moved from flawed democracy to full democracy 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then it's like I think it's ranked like 8th in the whole world. Like it's full
Yeah.
democracy.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean being pretty democratic. So voting's important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the voting rate is increasing recently.
Yeah, more and more people.
Yeah.
Got you. All right. Bro, China.
well, what I'm gonna say about like we have like our 5 years elections. When,
Wait,
like,
hang on. Y'all, listen, man, let me tell you something. Tien right here is going to tell you all about China. And you want to listen because China is going to be running the world in another 30 or 40 years. And you might want to consider like taking a Chinese class so you can maybe learn how to say welcome to McDonald's. Can I take your order or something like that?
McDonald's won't be here.
Yeah. Because, once they kind of take over everything, because they'll take over Chipotle also. Listen, man, we're so busy. Here's the deal. Y'all ready? I just want to say this, and I'm going to let you talk.
Okay.
All right.
So like every 5 years, such as like this year and the previous 5 years, we're gonna like summarize what happened in China in the recent 5 years, and we're gonna like to make a plan for like the next 5 years, and with a few days, and we're gonna make the elections for the president and all other positions here.
But you guys, but you don't vote for the president at all, and at those levels.
In my research, that like people like the 18-year citizens have the right to vote for Chinese citizens, but like actually most of us just don't vote and don't care about it.
Okay, but you only vote like okay. So Xi Jinping just got he just re-upped his time like a couple weeks ago, right? Mm-hmm. For another 5 years, which yeah, okay, and I'll withhold my thoughts on that. But so he re-upped the game. So he's got his third 5-year term. Mm-hmm. Okay, he's voted on by like 2,950 people or something, right? But like you would never vote for him. You can only vote for the local level people, right? Am I right on that? Mm-hmm. Okay. So how is that? Like, how are those elections for local level? So you understand, like for the equivalent of the Chinese president, the people don't vote for that person. The people that vote for that person are people in the upper levels of the Chinese Communist Party, the CCP. Okay, so they are making that decision. In local elections, have you ever voted in local elections?
Nope.
How come? Were you able to, or are you here in the U.S. and so?
Well, I don't know. Like what I'm gonna say. Like the mayors here. Like I don't know a lot about it, but I just heard about like some people just gonna vote it, but it doesn't relate to like the people around me or like the friends a lot.
So they're just the people who are going to be in power, just going to be in power.
Yeah, but
yeah. Do you feel like somehow you miss out on something because you can't vote for your supreme leader? I mean, I'm saying it like let's say your leader, right? Your president.
Yeah.
Are you missing out on something?
I would just say like no comment, because like probably like people know who is gonna be the leaders, but like just all the citizens just care about like how they just live, and well, there's some like kind of the stuff or the citizen might know or might don't know, but I think like the citizens, like the people just feel like they just great living in China. That's gonna be fine.
So you're just living. You wake up every day.
Yep.
You brush your teeth.
Yep.
You take a dump.
Yep.
You wipe, unless you have one of those awesome Korean toilets. You wipe your ass, the whole thing, and you do what you got to do, and you have your the Korean toilets, dude. You gonna get one of those? Oh, you got one? Of course you do. Yeah. All right. Tian right here, who's never voted for his leader, never will vote for his leader, right? Meanwhile, the entire Chinese system is set up in a way that they're just moving forward in like there's no tomorrow. And we're busy arguing with each other about whether there's voter fraud when like 10 votes there was some fraudulent bullshit with 10 votes out of 10 million. Meanwhile, the Chinese are just blowing forward, not voting, not caring, doesn't matter to him or any other Chinese student in here.
오늘은 교수님이 학생들과 민주주의와 리더십 그리고 선거에 대한 주제로 이야기를 하였는데요. 그의 모범 사례로 한국의 민주주의 시스템에 대해 말씀하신 것을 보았습니다. 시청해주셔서 감사드리며 즐겁게 보셨다면 구독과 좋아요 꼭 눌러주시고 빠르게 다양한 세계 속의 한국 이야기로 찾아오겠습니다.